You don't need to learn all 1400 commands in Fusion 360. You only need a few. Let me show you the whole command.
So it's up here. You can press H for hole, and there's two ways to use it. One is a single point, so we can just drop a hole right in the top of our model. And what that allows us to do is rather than making a sketch, we can just make something happen real quick. There's these two reference things, so you can, rather than creating a sketch, you can orient this inside of your model. Oops, I accidentally hit that. Um, Likewise, we can pick our X and Y, how far away. So we'll just make this 3 and 2. And if you come down here, you get to tell your hole type. So you can be a simple hole. You see how that doesn't go. That's just a drill bit. You can do a counterbore for something like a socket head cap screw. You can do a countersink for like a flathead screw. It gives you a ton of options. You can do like a simple, which is just a clear hole, or you can do clearance. You can add a tapped hole, and you can do your drill points. You can have like a flat bottom one. And just as you would expect, let's just skip this section real quick. Just as you expect, you can pick different screw sizes. So I'm picking a 1/4 20 here. So this is ANSI screw size. Of course, they've got pipe threads, they've got ISO, they've got metric. We're just going to stick with the 1/4 20 today. And I mean, the crazy thing here is you have a distance, so you can drill all the way through. So if you have multiple components, you can drill through them, or you can just drill through the end of this block here. So I'm pretty happy with this hole here.
Fusion 360 is kind of particular about threads. Let me show you that.
I'm going to open up that whole command again. We have something down here called modeled. So modeled means if I collect, if this is checked, we can now 3D print this thing, which means the 3D printer will make these threads for us. However, if we don't want that modeled, if we're going to hand this, we can turn this into a blueprint and hand it to a machinist. If we do that, what Fusion 360 does is they make a representation of a screw thread and they put that in, and that makes the model smaller and simpler to use, especially if we're going to add a ton of pieces to this thing. So, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch first, and we're going to add points. And those points are going to turn into places that we're going to add screws. So we could dimension all of this and we could make it just so, but we're just illustrating a point here. So now look at all these points. We're going to hit the whole command and we can select them. So look at this. Each one I'm selecting, this is a little bit of a superpower. Rather than calling out each of these, look at this. I can just go down here and I can go from a 1/4 inch, I can go to a 1/2 inch, right? And rather than just accept what's going on, I can start modifying all of these screws in seconds rather than to call each one out. It's incredibly fast. And of course, they give you all sorts of extra control here. They give you the ability to make left hand and right hand. In many ways, this only matters for the final bit, which is when you hand this to the machinist or when you send this through on a 3D print. There's a little bit to whole command, but that is the bulk of the skill that people need to learn.
Check out our next video, which is the offset work plane.